First Q&A. This one was a DM for me. I loved this one. Erica, I work for my dad now, and I've proven myself to be a quality worker who constantly puts the company first. For the last 2 months, I have been working in a less important dead-end part of the company to make up for their lack of production. Now I'm off track of any type of promotion or benefits, i.e., I want a company car. Is there any way I can use these months of extremely discouraged work as leverage without being a dick to your dad? Okay, so look, this happens to people in a lot of jobs. Sometimes if you're a company man or you're a company woman, you're like, shit, this thing has to get done. It's ugly. Nobody wants to do it. It's not sexy. It's not glamorous. And you are just the person to get into the trenches and make it happen. My advice would be this. If you are toiling in the trenches in the non-sexy part of your company and you feel like doing that is going to get you off track, I would say a couple things. One is you're wrong. It's teaching you something. You're learning how to fix things. You're learning how to build things. And ultimately, you're helping the company. Now, this is only true if you write down what it is you're doing and you convey why this really matters. I don't think doing a good job and working hard, even if you're not in the most sexy group, I don't see why that would get you off track for a promotion. But if you're in a group and you feel like the work you're doing is going unnoticed because you're not in a big, high visibility work area, then make your work visible. Write down what you're doing, explain how it helps the company, explain your process for how you made things happen and why you did it and how it makes the company better. I think you should share that with your manager. You share it with your counterparts. If you've got an HR department, share it with them. Share those things first and then make the ask for things that you want in return. Hey, I'd love to get recognized. I'd love to get promoted. I'd love to get a company car. You should be rational. Like, do you need a company car to do your job? If the answer is no, then maybe that's your answer. But there's no reason that doing the right thing for the company can't equate to having the company do the right thing for you. You just have got to convey what you're doing in a way that the company would understand. And that's not being a dick. All right, next one. What's the best way to network and build professional connections both remotely and in person without it being awkward? This is a hard one. Meeting people on the internet can be hard and it can be awkward and you're kind of both staring at one another being like, what are we doing here? If you get the opportunity to meet someone who could possibly be part of your network or who you could learn from, come prepared to the conversation, have a bunch of questions that you want to ask, have a short, pat little way to describe what you're doing and why that should be interesting in return. I think this is true whether you're DMing someone to make a connection, whether you're reaching out to them on LinkedIn, whether you're sending them a cold email, whether you find yourself on some type of networking Zoom, or for example, if you're in our Facebook group. So networking is only awkward if you let it be awkward. Networking is only not useful if you let it not be useful. So be prepared, have something to say. Think about the person you're networking with and what they're interested in, and make sure you have a bunch of questions that you want to glean and you want the answers to in return. All right, last Q&A. This is a good one. This is tough. I work directly with a coworker who I cannot get along with. They always talk politics, office drama. They never seem to agree with me on anything. We have to get along because we're on a team where we rely on one another. But every day it's getting more and more unbearable. Without this person, I love the job. Do I leave because of this one person? What's your advice on this situation? Ooh, this is tough. I think most everybody has had or has a coworker just like this. I do not think your coworker should drive you out of your job. One is you try to avoid this person at all costs. Like, you do whatever it is you need to do. Move your desk, ask for a different cube, only have interactions with this person when you absolutely have to in a meeting. What I would probably choose to do, though, is be like, what the fuck with the person? Like, I would confront it. I would say, you're negative. You're always talking about politics. You're obsessed with office drama, and it's making it hard for me to partner with you. Now, if you do this, you have to be prepared that this person could have a reaction. But what I would say is it will elicit a change